Why We Do in the Shadows. Me, your host, always, Bryan Dressel. With me, as always, is Joel, the Unnamable DeWitte.
The Unnamable. That I like that name. Like that's
Good,
cool.
right?
That's a cool title.
Can you guess what movie it's from? I'll give
Llama-
you a hint.
Yeah.
You already know the answer.
Lamageddon.
The Unnamable.
Oh.
The Unnamable.
Was I right?
Yep.
Did Drew know it?
Oh, yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It needs to be a Lovecraft story. All over it.
I figured you'd be a Lovecraft guy. Well, in that case, we also have...
Oh, boy.
I don't even know how to pronounce this one correctly. Drew Mahars Staton.
Mahars.
I'm going with Mahars. It might just be Mars.
Sounds like a Doctor Who villain.
It does. It's not, though.
Like a
Any
Tom
guesses?
Baker everyone. The Mahars.
This is from a movie called At the Earth's Core.
Oh, yes.
I
That
have
famous
not
film.
seen that movie.
Nah, I haven't seen that one
Yeah,
either.
that
but
one.
It looks like a crazy bird monster man, so I'm into it.
It sounds like either something from the 50s or something from canon films.
I mean, all of those would make sense, but I've already scrolled past it because I've moved on to Matt Zombie Dog Armus Dykes.
Armus is from Star Trek Next Generation?
It is.
Yeah. I was just thinking, well, I know there's an Armus in Star Trek Next Generation who kills Tasha Yar. Spoiler alert.
Damn you spoiled it. I'm
Wait,
such
It's
a
a
Star Trek fan.
34-year-old series.
You can't say it after you spoil it. It doesn't work that way.
No, it does. It does in the UK. That's exactly how it works. Because we're so laid back. You get hit by a car and someone goes, "Watch out!"
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
All right, so pretty good. The Den
I
of
mean,
Geek
no, it's
nicknames.
genuinely a thing though. Like you bang your head and people say, "Oh, mind your head," and you just look at them and go, "Fuck off."
I can't. I've already made contact, but thank you for nothing. I'm enjoying these Den of Geek nicknames. They're pretty good. They're also very odd.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a few more.
Odd
for
is
next
good.
week. Ooh. Oh yeah, that one's got Matt's name all over it for next week. Excited for next week, but this week we should probably get talking about What We Do in the Shadows. Big episode this week. I mentioned last week it's one of my favorites of the entire season. It is called Brain Scramblies.
It seems to have worn off on us as well.
Yeah, my brain is not working very well today. I do have a somewhat sick toddler at home who's been screaming at me since about 6 in the morning, so that might have something to do with it. Maybe he's a vampire giving me the brain scramblies. But it has been kind of funny as we've been chatting, like, wow, we've all been kind of forgetting everything today. As we're talking about the episode where the poor neighbor forgets everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you guys ready to dive into this one?
Head first.
Head
Yeah.
first. So this my God, this episode begins with the gang getting invited to the most exclusive of events, and they're very excited. They get to go see the superb owl.
Yeah. I mean, it was very superb, that owl. And the egg. Oh my God, the egg was incredible.
Of course.
It had stitching on it. It was, it was made of pigskin. It's incredible.
It really is.
I love the reverence they hold for owls. like the way they have some strange kinship with them because they're nocturnal animals. It really it's perfect.
Well, not just that they're nocturnal animals, it's also that they don't give a hoot where they throw their scat.
And the predators.
Oh, damn Laszlo.
I mean, that's just giving me images of Laszlo just sort of like flying around and just shitting on people.
I mean, you have to remember, was it last week or 2 weeks ago, we talked about the problem of Laszlo just taking off his pants and putting his dick in things randomly in the house. So now we have this as
like
well.
the
that he just-
taxidermy fox. Exactly.
Like the taxidermied fox. And now we have the idea that he likes to poop everywhere. We still don't know if vampires poop. I mean, I don't know why they would. They don't really eat solid food.
Well,
But either way-
it's liquid poo.
That... Ugh.
You can't say about this. You've had children.
They don't shit blood.
How do you know?
I've done the extensive research.
I've heard that first one is, a humdinger though.
Oh, those first poops?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That is pure black tar coming out of your baby.
It's enough for you to
green.
have
Nope,
second
it's black.
thoughts.
It's
enough
definitely black.
It's
And
enough for you to
sticky.
have second thoughts right after the child's born.
It's like, I'm pretty sure this kid just shat out Satan. So yeah, that's true. What you've heard is true, and it's gross and horrible, but it doesn't last that long. You get past it, and then you get the pee poops. Those are fun too. Should we keep talking about toddler poop, or do we want to talk about what we do in the shadows? I'm leaving it up
What
to
we
you
do in
guys.
the shadows.
I'm fine.
I feel like they're on the same wavelength at this point. Like it.
I mean, we do have an episode.
I
of
do need to
toddler
do
poops
some research
scheduled.
on this for when I have kids, but no, let's stick to the show. That's
All
fine.
right, okay.
Yeah,
If
but
you
we-
insist, we can go back.
We've
to the
got
show.
we've got that episode of toddler poops to record tomorrow anyway, so we
That's
can talk
true.
about it
That's
then.
true. Now that podcast will launch at some point on the ATH network. Anyhow, so where were we? So they're
Coming
going to the
soon.
Superb Owl event. At what point did you guys need Colin Robinson to tell you it's a Super Bowl, or were you just right there?
Oh, I was right there.
I
Yeah,
needed
no,
Colin
absolutely.
Robinson because I'm British.
It was a nice.
Ow.
It was a nice cherry on top that he explained it plainly. But like I knew.
I knew they were wrong, like because I could just guess that they're wrong. I honestly wasn't guessing Super Bowl. Like I'm embarrassed to admit that I didn't put the two words together. I'm like, oh.
I was
until
the
he
same
said it.
actually. So I was like, oh, it's not a superb owl party. I was thinking, well, what could it be? And I was thinking Super Bowl. No, I didn't think Super Bowl, but I was thinking, I can't remember what I was thinking, to be honest. But I definitely wasn't thinking Super Bowl as in the football game. I was trying to think of like, what could it be? And then when he said Super Bowl, I was like, oh yeah, that's what it is.
And
I was
it's
the same way. The first time I saw this episode, I was like, Superb Owl, is this like another fucking vampire ball or something? What is is it like a labyrinth like David Bowie salute? Like what is, and then Colin Robinson said, I was like, God damn it, I walked right into it. Son of a bitch.
That's what I just remember what I thought it was. Super Bowel.
Also not
This
past
is
this
when
show.
vampires poop. That would have been, I mean, circling
Exactly.
back, that would have worked out
Like
really
the
well.
one time in the year that everyone gets together and just takes a dump because they have nothing else.
Yeah.
It's like that movie Home where they talk, that alien's like, oh, we have the same functions as you. 2, 1, and 2, and 3. Wait, what's 3? 3's the worst. You have to block out your whole day.
What the hell is that from?
Home. The alien movie that's all about Rihanna and aliens.
Oh my God. Okay.
It's actually a pretty good movie. I had to watch it like 500 times, but kids.
Blech.
The first 100 were decent. Now I'm a little tired of it.
Happened.
All right,
I
so
thought it was
while
just, I thought it
they're
was just because of your job at beep.
no, I'm not going to risk it. So while the gang is going, I'm using fucking It's Always Sunny terminology. I feel bad, but while the gang is going to the Super Bowl party, we have
It's a great word. Gang is a great word. It covers all matter of sins.
It really does, doesn't it? You have Guillermo, who's going to go check out his next virgin hunting expedition, and that doesn't go very well either.
I mean, it kind of does, depending on
He
your
does-
perspective.
He does definitely find at least one virgin.
Yeah.
Definitely one. That poor guy. I don't want to ruin my favorite moment of the episode, but that is absolutely my favorite moment of this episode. Fuck it, I'll ruin it. I'll bring it back up at the end. When they're in the whole, when they're in that thing and they're talking about how we need to make sure we're not virgins, that one guy who brings it up, I think we should all have sex with each other. You got to stop bringing that up at every meeting. It's still, it's just so goddamn funny. But yeah,
the actor's name is Craig Robinson.
Yeah, Craig Robinson.
Okay, I love.
Yeah, exactly.
I love, and he can be in anything.
Yeah.
He's the same caliber as Kristen Schaal to me. I'll take him however they'll give it to me.
He plays the same character in everything, with the exception of maybe Brooklyn Nine-Nine, where he just plays a little bit heightened version of himself.
I know.
But it works really well here, and I love that they hook Guillermo with the lamest club possible, Mosquito Club. Yeah, that's definitely full of virgins, and then he gets there, I was like, oh, god damn it. It's a vampire hunting club. Son of a bitch.
God damn it. Every time I think of Craig Robinson, I just think of, this must be some kind of, look at the camera,
Hot tub
time machine. Although I will say, my favorite role of his, if you've never seen The Goods with Jeremy Piven,
I have not.
oh my God. Craig Robinson plays the DJ, and like they bring him in to kind of spice things up, and it's like he won't shut up, like he won't stop playing music, so they just turn off the power. He's like, oh, you think that's gonna stop me? I got nowhere else to go. And then they cut the power, and you just hear off in the distance someone yelling, I'm homeless, motherfucker. Like, just watch this movie. It's just fantastic.
You've sold me on it. I'll have to check it out.
Sorry, tangent. Done.
It happens. And some of it definitely stays in the episode. All right. Let's jump back into it. So we have Guillermo at his vampire hunting club, and then we have the gang. I'm gonna keep calling them that at the Super Bowl party.
You could call them a cauldron, because a collective noun for bats is a cauldron of bats.
Seriously?
Is it really?
Yep. It's one of them. There's 3. It's cauldron, cloud, and colony.
I'm going with cauldron, but gang is much easier. So it's probably going to slip back to gang, but I'm going to stick with cauldron as long as I can. So the cauldron is over at the Super Bowl party, and well, Colin Robinson just kind of ruins the whole fucking party.
When he's talking about the friggin' settings and the smoothing things, I'm sort of sitting there thinking, fuck, he sounds a little bit like me. When I'm setting my TV up, I'm like, well, you're going to need the motion smoothing off. I'm like, oh, God.
It's just the whole scene of him, going through the settings, and the guy is just like, it's okay, or we can go without it. And he says something like, well, we'd rather just not watch it at all than watch it on the right
Watch it in the wrong format. Yeah, it's better to not watch it at all than to watch it in the wrong format.
I think I've said that exact thing about movies before.
Probably.
Like, oh yeah, let's watch this thing. I'm like, it's in full screen. We need the widescreen thing. Well, no, this will be fine. I'd rather not watch it.
Yeah, that tracks. That tracks.
I'd be lying if I hadn't said I hadn't had that conversation myself.
So,
we're film nerds, so that's what we do.
I mean,
Speak
it's
for
quite
yourself.
literally my job, but but I won't get into that. But yeah, so I definitely side with Colin Robinson on this one.
A little bit, because one of the best shots in the entire episode, the look on Colin Robinson's face when Sean and his wife are arguing.
Yes.
And he's got the blue eyes, and he's just like, it takes me back to the look on his face in the City Council episode where he can't stand up at the end. He's fucking loving it. It's just there like,
I love that.
The eyes are blue, and then they sort of like go away, and he's still got that look on his face. Oh, it's so good.
I also just love how like Colin Robinson does not give a fuck about what anybody else could possibly be at that party for. He is going to drain everyone immediately. He wastes no time. It's like if the other vampires had planned on eating these people, they're their neighbors. They're not going to, but still, they're not going to be able to because Colin Robinson is on the hunt, and he shows up immediately and just goes to town.
I think one of my favorite things about their dynamic is it's the realization of everyone else in the house that he is feeding. Like, because immediately they're like, they bounce, they leave the room. Like, no, we're not sticking around for this because they know what's happening. But it's just like, no, peace, we're out. Because I think that's part of the reason they end up down in the basement, because they ask for, like, they go on a tour or something.
Well, they need the tour because at one point Sean makes a joke, like, as a matter of fact, I've never seen you guys out during the daytime. It's like you're vampires. Fuck, he knows.
I love the way that they get him down though, because like they come out of the toilet, which one of the best lines of Nando. Yes, we're just taking a nice shit together.
A nice human shit together.
No, that's the second one. That's the second time. Because he says, like, we're just enjoying a human shit together. But when they go back in, the lads is like, great joke, arseholes. And then Nando's like, we were just saying what a beautiful house you have. Oh, Yes. We were also wondering if it has an attic or basement or dark soundproof room you could show us.
Now, I'm not surprised that they couldn't put two and two together that they're vampires. Why the hell are they inviting him to this party?
They're neighbors. They want.
They'd be neighborly.
He and Laszlo are buds. They're best buds.
Apparently.
And not to spoil things at all, but they really hammer that in the beginning of season 3 too. Like they keep their friendship alive. No pun intended. But I do love that, like the whole way it plays out. Like we're gonna get to Nadia in a minute, because Nadia might be my favorite of the vampire interactions in this episode, which is hard to do because there's so much great stuff in this one. But they bring Sean downstairs to confront him about him knowing that they're vampires while he's fucking clueless. And it is one of the funniest scenes ever, because as the audience member, you're watching this happen going, he obviously does not know that you're vampires, and they're just not letting it go. Like, we know that you know we're vampires. What are you talking about? I know you're not vampires. Yes, we are. Floating. It's like
the poor man just wanted to show off his Ocean's 12 memorabilia.
Because Ocean's 11, sort of like sets the stage, but the world is really expanded on in Ocean's 12.
Like, what writer working on this show just has major beef with fucking Ocean's 12?
Any writer who's seen that shitty film.
I mean, I agree with you, but still, like, what a random stab. Like, God, I finally need to get this Ocean's 12 off my chest because I fucking hate that movie. It's going to be the stupidest thing. Like, okay.
Maybe somebody that worked on Ocean's 12 had access to all that stuff and just was able to pull it out of storage. I don't know.
That'd be hilarious. If this was the actual Ocean's 12 merch, that would be hysterical. I'm sure it's just a bunch of shit they got at a dollar store, but still, if not, that makes the joke that much funnier.
That'd be brilliant, that like the production designer or someone worked on Ocean's 12.
I actually have all that stuff. If you guys don't want to just, use nothing, that would be hysterical.
I will say, like, the actor who plays, what's the friend's name exactly? Sean. His terror, like, it was really convincing. So
how are you doing that?
Kudos to him. Like, sometimes people don't exactly act naturally when they're supposed to be scared of something, right? And like that was the pure look of terror on his face when that happened.
Well, that and just the fact that he doesn't drop his accent while screaming in terror makes his legit terror hysterical.
Yeah.
Like, he's just screaming with this thick accent. How you doing that? Oh my God. It just makes it that much funnier. And the fact that, like, the response to that is they have to wipe his memory. And that's where everything in this episode just takes a dramatic left turn to just like, oh, everything's just fucked now. And I've said it before, I'm going to say it again, Nandor should not hypnotize fucking anyone. He is the worst at it. I know Laszlo's involved. I know Matt and I talked a little bit before we started recording. He thinks that Laszlo's at fault. But no, every time Nandor's involved, something gets fucked up.
Same with Laszlo, though, to be fair.
No, Laszlo's successfully hypnotized people in the past.
But was Laszlo the one that suggested the double hypnosis?
Yeah, it might have been.
I think he takes partial blame for that. I think they both take the L on that.
And Laszlo was the one who said you will forget everything.
But he said that before, and they didn't forget everything. He knows what he's doing.
We don't know.
Last time he said you'll
forget everything.
Hang on.
It was a child.
Time out.
Babies don't remember anything anyway.
When in this show has he? Well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, are we talking about Nandor or Laszlo? Which one do you think it's their fault?
I think Laszlo.
I blame Nandor because Nandor's the one who's fucked up every time.
See, okay, yeah, that was my question. When has Nandor successfully hypnotized someone?
Never.
Hypnotized in the show, seriously.
Hypnotized
I honestly
without erasing their entire memory, though.
What about?
He successfully hypnotized the guy in the city council, but he way overdid it. Like, way overdid it.
Oh, that's right. That was Nandor. Yeah, because I was thinking about, like, the animal control one. Like, it fucking didn't work. And then Nadia walked in. It's like, open the door. Click. And then she just walked in. Like, fucking... Like, I couldn't think of a time when he actually did it successfully. But, yeah, you're right. The city council one, yeah.
But even that one, he still way overdid it, and that guy went nuts. But, like,
oh, yeah.
And when you talk about like in that animal control episode, he has that
Straight up
conversation.
Renfield.
Yeah, he has that conversation with Colin Robinson about like I can't make him do something that he doesn't want to do. Well, if you can't make someone do what they don't want to do,
really
what's the point of
hypnotism.
hypnosis? Like even Nandor knows that he sucks at it.
It's like he's trying to explain it away as just like, you can't hypnotize someone to doing something they don't want to do. It's like, well, that's not hypnotism though. If they want to do it.
Look, Nandor just wants to be a part of something, okay?
Oh my God!
I
damn
think
it.
you just made my argument for me.
That's even funnier than if you think back to him being able to hypnotize him in the city council, because that dude wanted to do that then.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You cracked the code.
Oh, that's fucking
Shit.
hysterical. All right, let's get back to this. We still have Nadia to talk about, and we still have to finish the whole conversation with Sean. But that will bring Nadia back into the picture at the end of the episode. So while all this is going on with everybody else, Nadia gets reacquainted with somebody she used to babysit for. Like this episode is fucking packed to the gills, man.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
And it's all good. Like there isn't anything like, oh well, this storyline's happening. I can go get a cup of coffee. Like no, everything in this episode is great. But Nadia
Yes.
and the former little girl just destroys me. Because she comes out and she just like, hold on, I know you. You're my babysitter. Like I remember you. And Nadia just tries to play like, oh, I'm sorry. You're just a little demented right now. I'm sorry about your brain.
It's that cut straight. The way they cut it as well, straight to Nadia going, "Oh yeah, everything she's saying is completely true." It's it's amazing. It's a perfect piece of editing because it's just it doesn't even. It's not one of the ones where where sometimes you have a lingering bit and then they cut to it. It's just like, so sorry about your brain. Bang, straight cut into it, and it's just fucking perfect.
Yeah, but then they spin right back to her, like them showing her like giving the cuckoo eyes and stuff while she's explaining all of this. It's a great sort of interchange throughout the whole thing. I've always liked Nadia. I feel like sometimes she's second fiddle to the other characters when it comes to story arcs, but she really shines in this episode. Like it's
Oh my God.
she deserves the spotlight throughout this whole thing.
The conversation when she goes up to visit later, she's like, "Oh yeah, I had to lie. People can't know about me." Like just chatting and just like "Oh, I would love to experience eternal life. You don't get to be young again. You'd be like this. Oh, then I guess
All
I'll
the
stay
time.
like this. Yeah, that's a good idea."
But yeah, you're right. Like leading up to that, like the split cuts where she's just like rolling her eyes. Like if I had to show an alien what gaslighting was, straight up. If I had to explain to them, what is this gaslighting? Well, let me show you. Oh, yeah. Oh, I get it. I absolutely get it.
In the way that she notices this necklace that was a family heirloom of hers from the wedding photos, and it flips like a light switch. She starts doing like poltergeist and floating in the air and like threatening her.
You thieving little bitch. And I also love that she gets caught and she's just like, oh, she's having an episode. Oh no, having another episode. She didn't attack you. I didn't attack you. And then she spends the rest of the episode looking for her necklace by going, "Mommy, scream for me," because the screams of her mother are trapped in the necklace.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
When she knocks on the wall and then just, "Mummy," and then just punches her hands through it.
Yeah,
Just
just
punches her hand through.
tears through the entire house. It looks like some burglar came in and tried to find something valuable. Which I guess that's what happened, I guess, right?
Yeah, I mean, that is technically what happened. But also, so after that's done, now we catch back up with the other guys who are out with Sean, and they're like, all right, well, we need to erase his brain because, he's got the brain scramblies, which means you've forgotten everything about everything. He doesn't know who he is. He tries to fry up some hors d'oeuvres for his friends, just throws on some D batteries and cooks those for a little bit. Like, he is just ruined. So of course they have to kill him because his life is over now.
He's comment on the game, like looking at is it the microwave or just the wall?
There was also, he was like pretending to be on a phone conversation, and it wasn't even him talking on the conversation. Like, it was just like, batteries, telephone.
Baloney! Like, just like, like he's just destroyed. So they have to kill him because that's what you do. You know, it's a mercy at that point. But before they do that, they want to give him the night of his life, and they just terrorize this poor man. They take him flying. They show him transfiguration, turning into animals, and everything just scares the shit out of him. And you just had that constant, like I said earlier, that heavy accent. Oh God, how are you doing this? Like, I'm almost in tears throughout that entire sequence because the vampires think they're being really nice. Ooh, look, flight! Isn't this fun? Oh God!
But it's totally understandable. Like, you have your normal perception of what day-to-day life is, and you find out not only are the vampires, which he had his brain fried and removed, but then, like, they decide to just take him flying without knowing that they're vampires now. It's just...
Because he remembered they're vampires, but then they wiped his brain, so he's forgotten about vampires. Fucking all over again.
Yeah. Don't figure the cauldron fucked it up a little bit.
They certainly did. So it all ends. They take him on his journey. He lands, and then he sees his wife, and he's like, "Oh my God, who is that gorgeous thing right there?" And it turns out Sean, in his stupidest form, goes back to romantic, nice Sean, and somebody that he actually wants to be with his wife, and his wife wants to be with him. So all this fuck up actually helped a marriage.
It's pretty
Somehow.
Great. It's just a great bow, a great big bow on a great big episode. Like, yeah,
It's oddly sweet.
Yes.
Yeah, it really, really is. It's like, oh, even at this, like, the most base thing in this man's life is his love for his wife. And you just don't see that because he's been focusing on other things. It's like, oh, I treat you so well. Like,
yeah, I mean, they were sniping back at each other. I mean, it comes off as more like loving jest, but yeah, he went straight to puppy dog love at that moment.
It was like, oh, that's what's down there. Underneath all the bullshit that just got wiped away was just that, oh, he just loves his wife. How sweet. Like, the more we talk about this episode, the more I'm like, this is just a solid fucking episode, like through and through.
Yeah, and then you get to the sort of like button on the episode of where they go back in with the leaving, and Colin Robinson's like, "Oh, I may have overdone it. This one just pissed himself."
And Laszlo was just like, I don't care.
How fucking weird for that family when they wake up tomorrow morning having been drained by a vampire. One of them's covered in piss. Like, what happened last night? We were going to watch the Super Bowl. You invited over your weird neighbors. They disappeared the whole night. You don't remember who we are now. I'm covered in pee. Did I mention I'm covered in pee? I'm never coming to your house again.
Oh, I'm coming to your house again because this was an amazing party, clearly.
Just can't remember a damn thing about it.
Those are the best kind of parties.
Sometimes. All right. Is there anything we missed that you want to hit really quick, or should we move on to favorite moments?
I think we
That answers
covered
my
everything,
question.
to be fair.
All right. Well, since I've already kind of mentioned my favorite moment because I just couldn't help myself because it's just so goddamn funny, I'm going back to it. And it's when they're at the Mosquito Club and they're at their meeting, their group meeting, they're talking about everything. And the one guy brings up the great idea of, I think we should all have sex with each other. That way, in case any of us is a virgin, you know, we won't be anymore. And Craig Robinson just hits him immediately with the, dude, you got to stop bringing that up at every meeting. It's just so good. Because there is that slight bit in the back of your head that's like, the guy has a point. He does have a point, but I feel like that's on you to go fix, buddy. Matt, what about you?
So a few of them has been covered, like the Nadja thing in the corridor. But I love the way that we just keep cutting back to Colin Robinson, and there's just one bit in there that made me laugh every time I watched it, and it starts off in the background, and the camera gets closer and closer. You hear the whole thing, and he goes, "Sure, the guys on the field are having a good time today, but they're not going to be having such a good time in 20 years. That's when they'll have applesauce sloshing around in their skulls."
Once again, something nobody that watches football wants to be talking about in the middle of a game.
Hey, how about all those concussions? It's the Super Bowl. Can you bring it up tomorrow? Joel?
So, like I mentioned, Nadja sort of stole the show for me this episode. And she has the whole freaked out about the necklace, but I think my favorite part of it is at the end where, you know, he gives her the necklace, his wife, and then, like, she is resigned to just like, I'll just wait till they're dead.
She's so mad for like 3 seconds and then just like, whatever, I'll get it when they're dead.
Yep.
I mean, for her, that's not that long. You're talking like 20 years, 30 years. You know, that's half a lifetime for a lot of us. But for vampires, like that's, you know, summer vacation.
Right.
Yeah. It's like 5 minutes for them.
Yeah. Drew, do you have one?
I think there are so many in this episode, but like the batteries one is great when he walks out with the batteries as the hors d'oeuvres. But also like when it cuts back and like everybody's cheering and then he's yelling at the wall with the picture in front of it. Like it's just it is the icing on the cake for me with that moment, because it's like, yeah, no, he's absolutely still engaged, but he has zero clue about what is actually happening. And it's like his brain is firing from maybe like short-term memory that wasn't affected or long-term memory that wasn't affected. It's like the pathways are still there, but the memories are gone, and it's just firing on its own at this point. That's why he's like looking at the wall but reacting with everybody else.
It's like he knows he's supposed to react, and he knows that they're looking down at something, so he should react and look down at something too.
Yeah, it's I'm curious if that was improv or not. I would really love to know that.
I mean, I would love just to get like an actual answer at some point. I don't want to look it up till we're done with it because I like just trying to letting the show be the show. But I would be curious at some point, like how much of this is script versus improv.
Some of the stuff feels so smart to me, though. Like, you know, it's like they had a conversation of, okay, this person's brain's going to be fried. What kind of stuff seems like something that someone who's completely fried would be? And I feel like it's almost a tad too smart to be improv.
No, I totally agree. Because that's famously like how Curb Your Enthusiasm does it, which is like, this is the set, this is what's happening, these are the lines you have to say, which is like 3 or 4, and the rest is just you, go. And I don't think this show is quite at that level of improv. Not that it should be either, like, because I don't think the some of the writing that we love so much wouldn't work. But I think there has to be some element because these guys are just too good.
Well, I mean, it's like what we were just talking about. Like, if that is the case, then the dude in City Hall that Nandor did hypnotize, and that being what he actually wants to do, like, is that written in there, or was that just lightning in a bottle and they snagged it? Or like, was that addressed early on from season 1 in the beginning, and that is like the rules they've been playing by behind the scenes?
I go there. I think there's definitely some strong writing and some strong rules, and then improv sprinkled on top. That's my guess.
I think you're right. I was
just gonna say, I think it sort of speaks volumes about the quality of the writing, the fact that we're actually even debating this. You know, is that written, or is that just sort of improv? Because it feels so natural that it feels more like it would be just improv. Which again, it speaks to the quality of the writing. Really,
it's a quality of the writing, the quality of acting. Like, because. And we'll wrap this thing up in just a second, because now that we're here, I just want to mention it. There are a lot of actors out there that when they start improving, they change characters dramatically. And it's like, okay, so I know when you're on book and I know when you're off book. And my best example is always Melissa McCarthy. I think she's hysterical, but you can tell when she's riffing and when she's going off her lines. It is blatantly obvious. In this show, I have no damn clue.
Yeah. Because they're just those characters throughout the whole thing. There's no bit where they feel like they're out of character.
Nope. It's just so good. Just so good.
I also think we have the benefit of extra observation between the several times we watch it and the conversations we have. So we go in these tangents, and it sort of just connects the dots in ways that if you were just watching it once, you might not catch.
That's also true. All right. I think we should move on to plugs, and then we can say goodbye. For this show and every other show on the ATH Network, be sure to check out athpod.com. We have just finished up our horror movie B-Sides month, and it went horribly. We had a lot of fun talking about all the movies. We happened to watch nothing but really bad movies that we did not enjoy. So we'll not be doing B-sides ever again. But if you want to listen to how it went, they were very fun episodes, at least, even if the movies weren't so good. And then next month, or starting very soon in this month, will be Bette Midler month, and we have some really good movies lined up. So just total change of pace. We're gonna cry a little bit. We're gonna laugh a little bit. It's gonna be a good time. Drew, what's going on with Demon Days?
We are dropping episodes again. Finally, we finally got together. We've been off pretty much since August, and we finally got a chance to record again. So, chapter 88 dropped on the 22nd, and then actually yesterday, chapter 89 dropped. So we're back at it. We're hitting it strong. We were able to actually record in person again, which was great. Being around a table with everybody again. So, yeah, super stoked.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, and then you can find me over on Twitch TV /Strength24 playing games all the time now. Because
very fun. Joel, what you plugging?
So I'm a part of a podcast called Super GG Radio. Recently, we actually did a game club of Amnesia: The Dark Descent. So check that out if you haven't played it. Also, we are gearing up for Extra Life, which is a 24-hour streaming marathon in support of the Children's Miracle Network. We'll be doing that 12 a.m. the 13th of November. So that's twitch.tv/superggradio. We'll be there all day doing all sorts of dumb stuff, so come check it out.
Awesome. Matt, you plugging anything?
I saw Dune at the cinema yesterday. It was really good. I'd recommend going to see it at a cinema. Yeah. Go see it at Dolby Cinema if you can as well.
Yeah, the sound is awesome.
Yeah.
I should read Doom.
You should read Dune.
It's a great book.
You should read Dune.
It's actually really good. It's a really good book. It's a bit dry at first.
But
I mean, it is a desert.
Well, no pun intended, but it is like, it does start off very dry. The
Hey, Joel.
Yeah.
You should read Dune.